They're making a lot of noise, but can China's cricketers live up to the hype? Rising star meet China's top golfer who's hoping to have a brand new tour to play on. And around the rings ahead of the Beijing Games, we'll take you behind the scenes at the Olympics Insider's website. Welcome to Sportsworld. I'm Joanna Gajarowska with a special programme about sport in China. It's been a turbulent few weeks for the organisers of the Beijing Olympics, with high-profile campaigns to boycott this summer's Games. Yet it seems every sport wants to be associated with China to take advantage of 1.3 billion potential competitors. Well, one of those sports is cricket. Ever since the Chinese Cricket Association was founded in 2004, their government has been promoting the sport in its schools and colleges, and they've now started sending out national teams to representative tournaments. Sportsworld's Rahul Pathak went to one such event in Thailand, where he caught up with the Chinese under-19 team.
Right chain. Okay. Same and scuff. Right chalk one. That's the groin, okay boys? This groin, okay.
There's been a lot of bold predictions about Chinese cricket in the last few years. The question is, does the talent on the pitch justify all the hype? And just why is cricket so desperate to crack the Chinese market?
Well, you can't call yourself an international game if you haven't got half the world playing. Of course, China's half the world's population, so once they're playing, you can truly call yourself a global game and get lots more activity, a lot more participation and a lot more investment in the game of cricket worldwide.
Why are you watching them? Hey? What? What's wrong?
If China doesn't become a major cricketing force,
Concentrate here.
it certainly won't be through lack of effort by this man.
Come on, Fonso. Hey, big man. Come on, Fonso.
Former Pakistan all-rounder Rashid Khan made his international debut facing the likes of Malcolm Marshall and Joel Garner.
Come on, big man. Come on, come on. Looking good, boy. Well done.
These days, as the coach of China's under-19 team,
Come, quickly. You have to go off the pad, okay?
he's watching bowling of a more gentle pace. Rashid's team have come to Thailand to take part in a one-day tournament organised by the Asian Cricket Council. It's the next stage in China's attempt to embrace a sport they call Shen Yundong. That's the noble game to me and you.
Yeah, there is that talent. Just you can say this is just started. And the Chinese Cricket Association, and with the help of the ACC and with the PCB also, they're trying to developing cricket in China, and the boys are very keen to play cricket. And for them, this is a new game entirely, because there is no culture about the cricket, and even in not even at the TV there is. So, but slowly, is going up. Yeah.
You say there's no culture. What is it that most impresses you about these boys?
They're very hard worker. They're very listener, good listener, and they try everything. But the problem they don't watch the cricket regularly. So for them is an entirely new game.
I started playing in October 2006. I used to play baseball, but when our school started a cricket team, I switched from baseball to cricket. And after a while, I gradually started to love the game.
I love it because it's a noble game, you need teamwork, and I like playing for the honor of the team. All my classmates know about cricket, and they are proud that I'm the first from my school to represent my country.
Not only is Zhu the first from his school to play cricket for China, I'm almost positive he's the first to jump onto the back of a water buffalo.
Come on, baby.
The tournament's being played in the northern Thai resort of Chiang Mai, an area famous for its paddy fields and rainforests, a far cry from the industrial Chinese city of Shenzhen, where many of these boys live. 9 of the squad are from the Tonglei school in Shenzhen. It's one of 69 schools that currently play in a national tournament held annually. Well, here we are for China's first match in this tournament. They're taking on Bhutan. On the face of it, it's a real David versus Goliath struggle. China, population 1.7 billion, versus Bhutan, a country of just over 672,000. But in cricketing terms, it's a very different story. Many of the Bhutanese have been playing the game of cricket for 6 to 7 years. As for the Chinese, well, some of them only took up the game 6 months ago. And that lack of experience showed as the Chinese struggled to make an impact against a good Bhutan team. But when you consider that most of this team are 3 years younger than their opponents, maybe that's not surprising. In fact, many of this side played here last year as part of an under-15 team. And for some of the expat spectators, the improvement is obvious.
Today, I'm just so delighted for them. I think they performed superbly today. They're a very strong side, this Bhutanese side. But they stayed at their task. They bowled really well today, fielded well. Enthusiasm right up to the last ball.
I saw them last month when they were up here for the under-15, and I'd say they've improved 100%.
Their batting is certainly far, far steadier, particularly against the fast bowlers. They're finding they settled very well against the fast bowlers and played very steadily. But they're still at sea a little bit with their spin bowling.
China's inability to play the spinning ball might not have been foremost in the minds of most of the locals, but what they did see was a Chinese team that's learning fast. They eventually lost to Bhutan, but the team's performances did improve as the tournament went on. So definitely something to build on for the future.
The main thing what I have seen, the overall all the schools, they're all enjoying cricket. The kids, they're the national team is 19, the 19 team is there, the 15. They don't have any past, they don't have any history. So they are the national team, and they're very enthusiastic about this game. And even the boys and the girls and the women, they're all crazy about this game at this stage.
The immediate goal is the 2010 Asian Games in Guangzhou. Cricket is one of the events and China will be taking part. Will it be the catalyst for the game to take hold amongst the masses? Well, both the international and Asian cricket councils certainly hope so. And how's your Chinese coming along?
I'm learning and yeah, I can speak a bit.
Well, give me a Chinese word.
Ni hao ma and xie xie, all these things.
Rahul Pathak, Al Jazeera, Thailand.
Well, the powers that be in golf are hoping they have a rising star on their hands from a country that's constantly in the spotlight. Golf is a relatively new sport in China, but now they have someone who's breaking new ground. Lang Weng-chong is going where no other Chinese player has been before, and he could well have a brand new tour to play on. Wayne Hay caught up with him in Thailand.
Being the #1 at anything takes a certain amount of talent. But you're looking at the #1 golfer from China. Impressive when you consider he's from a country with a population of more than 1.3 billion. And it's a population that's becoming increasingly keen on chasing little white balls around. And they're now being fed a diet of top-level golf like never before.
When the China tour first started, the total prize money was only about $50,000. Now, we have $5 million tournaments in China. And there are many more top tournaments coming to China, European Tour and Asian Tour.
When it comes to homegrown talent, Liang Wen-chong is leading the way.
Congratulations. Yeah, thank you very much. The Order of Merit. Thank you very much. Worked hard all year. Thank you.
He became the first player from China to win the Asian Tour's Order of Merit, finishing last season with more than $500,000 in the bank. He only had one victory on tour, but his trademark was consistency, finishing in the top 10 in 8 other tournaments. His reward, another place in the history books. He'll become the first Chinese player to tee off in the Open Championship at Royal Birkdale in July. And the world number 89 also now has a full-time place on the European Tour.
There are many tournaments in many countries in Europe that I've never been to, so it's going to be a learning experience. I will need to learn the tour and the culture and get comfortable with it. Also this year, I'd like to have more opportunities to play in America on the US PGA Tour. If I get exemptions or invites, I will take them. So I'll take it as an opportunity to learn both tours and see where I can fit in better or feel more comfortable.
While many players make their mark at a much younger age than 29, Liang's progression has been steady, considering he didn't pick up a golf club until he was 16. He went on to win 3 straight China amateur titles before finding his feet on the Asian Tour. You wouldn't know it judging by the size of the galleries at this tournament, but Asian golf is on the rise. The Asian Tour itself is becoming bigger and better all the time, and prize money has certainly increased over the years. And some of its biggest stars are going on to feature more prominently on the high-profile US and European tours. But the landscape could be about to change. There's a new tour being mooted. The proposed One Asia Tour will be an amalgamation of sorts between the Australasia, Japan and Asia tours.
We're just in a very early stage. We're just starting to talk together about if amalgamation, especially from our point of the Asian Tour, will enhance the tournaments in terms of TV coverage, public and interest, sponsorship interests, and whether the players will also embrace it. So we're in early stages, but it's something that we're looking at it very seriously.
The aim of the new tour would be to one day rival those in the United States and Europe.
That's the main thing, and that's why we're talking about this amalgamation of the three tours, where this tour creates a platform for the corporate sponsors and also enhances the playing opportunities of the players to play with more prize money. So yeah, in a way we want to make this region a big player in world golf.
Which would in turn help keep some of the best players like Liang in Asia. His emergence is perfect timing for the Asian Tour as the world turns its attention to the region and in particular China.
China's pretty new to the game, but they develop so fast, especially with golf courses and all that. And you know, the bigger prize money events are all there, so the market's there, and you know, the players are there. You know, I mean, Zhang Yangwei was one of the role models, and now with Liang Wangchong, you know, winning this Order of Merit, I think it makes a lot of the young players wanting to do the same thing, and with proper coaching and training, I think golf's gonna really develop fast in China.
Liang's certainly doing his part. He's passionate about seeing the game grow in his homeland. So much so that he donates a percentage of his prize money to the development of golf there.
During my career, I've had a lot of people helping me along the way, so I like to give back. I like to help the next generation to get involved in this game.
It's too early to say whether Liang Wenchong is an international star of the future. He still has to prove himself on the really big stage, which is the US PGA Tour. Perhaps what he is, though, is a sign of things to come from Chinese golf.
I'll take it a step at a time. The most important thing is I love this sport. And it's all about what I can do to devote to this sport and make it better and continue to improve myself. I can't determine the result, but all I can do is improve.
Wayne Hay, Al Jazeera, Bangkok.
Well, don't forget to have a look at our website, aljazeera.net/English, where you can get all the latest sports news and find out a little bit more about the show. Stay with Sportsworld, though, because coming up, ahead of the Beijing Games, we'll take you behind the scenes at the Olympics Insiders website.